For tonight's battle report, we have a little bit of a short game. It's only going to be at 1,000 points on a 4x4 battlefield. We will be having the Tau Sept Bork'an, I think that's right, facing off against the Salamanders. We'll be, like I said, at 1,000 points, and we'll be showing you the battlefield here in a moment. This is going to be our battlefield for tonight. We're doing just a straight up fight because we're on a little bit of a time constraint because there's somebody else coming in to do another battle report later this evening. But we've got our standard little cardboard buildings, our foam core buildings, and we've got some new stuff here. Got some new terrain we're going to show off a little bit here. Our little buildings here, and some barricades, and some other stuff along over here, some barrels and stuff. And the rest of the buildings over there. Pretty short little battlefield. We're going to be running into each other and shooting really quick. And we'll see how this battle goes on. We'll do Armies on Parade here in a moment, and then we'll start off the battle. For Armies on Parade, we are starting with the Tau, and we have our Warlord. Our Warlord is the Cadre Fireblade, who has the Bork'an leadership ability of Seeker of Perfection. Each roll of a 6 made by the Warlord adds 1 to the wound roll for that attack. So it'll be pretty cool with that. He's taking the signature system of the Seismic Destabilizer. At the start of any shooting phase, he can pick an enemy infantry unit claiming the benefit of cover or a building within 12 inches of the bearer. If you pick a building, that it suffers D3 mortal wounds. If you pick an infantry unit, you roll a dice for each model in the unit, and on a 6, it suffers a mortal wound. That'll be pretty nice. We are taking the emergency dissipation to add another signature system to the ethereal. He's pretty much standard, hover drone, and honor blade. And he is taking the solid image projection unit, which anytime he is declared once per phase, if he is declared they declare a charge on him, he gets to move 3 inches before the charge. So that'll be kind of nasty. He can back out of a charge before he gets there. The next unit is our Pathfinder team. We have 9 Pathfinders with pulse carbines, 2 with rail rifles. They are using the recon drone and the pulse accelerator drone. We then are backing them up with 3 10-man Fire Warrior teams. Each one has a Guardian drone, and the individual teams are armed with pulse carbines and pulse pistols. And backing them up are 2 6-man stealth suit teams armed with burst cannons, ATS, and 2 shield drones each. This is our Tau force for this army, or this battle. Okay, and for our Salamanders, we have the following.
Alright, first we're starting off with the Commander on bike. And his Warlord trait, he has the Salamander Warlord trait of Anvil of Strength, which gives him +1 strength. So now it's a 5. And also he will also have the Relic, which is the Salamander's Mantle, which increases his toughness by 1. So he will also now have a 6 toughness.
Cool.
Librarian, he is pretty much as he looks. He's got a 4 sword and a bolt pistol. His Psyker abilities are Smite, of course, and he also has Psychic Scourge and Null Zone. For the troops for this battalion, these 2 are the same, and they are WYSIWYG. Had Chainsword, Plasma Pistol, Plasma Cannon, Plasma Gun, and 7 bolters for each of these. And then these guys are also just as they look. They're just 10 bolters. He's only got the banner because he's a sergeant, just so that I know he's got 2 attacks in melee. Okay. 2 bikers. They're also, again, just as you see them, plasma gun, twin bolt cannons on the bikers, bolt pistol, not bolt gun, and then chainsaw for the sergeants. Okay. And then these guys, the Inceptors, 2 assault bolters each.
Pretty much standard. Well, this is going to be our White Scars army for this battle. We will be back in a moment after deployment, and we see where all these people are going to be hiding. For the Salamanders Movement, the bikes have run up the middle. The Marines have ran outside the building to, I guess they're going to try and say hi to those stealth suits there. These Marines over here jumped up on top of the building to get a better shot. And these guys stayed hiding behind the wall there. Pretty much the way it's going to start out. And we will be back in a moment with Salamander's Psychic Phase. See who is going to get brain melted. Okay, 4 Tao's movement phase turn 2. The cadre and the fire warriors have fallen back towards the building, so he may give his aura ability to those guys hiding right over there. And the pathfinders have shifted from one side of the building to the other, so they can shoot at those guys down there. Those guys are pretty much where they need to be, so they can start laying some shots into those other guys over there. And we're now going to be moving into Tau shooting for turn 1, or turn 2. And we'll be back in a moment once I figure out who's going to shoot first. Okay, into the Psyker phase. The librarian hiding behind the building over there is doing Smite and Psychic Scourge into the stealth suits here. So, let's see if he blows his brains out.
Smite?
No.
I cannot. Okay. I'm not going to spend a pain. Just...
Alright.
Psychic Scourge. That one made it.
Alright, that's leadership, right?
Yep. Starting with a 9.
I'm an 8. That's not going to make it.
Alright. 1 mortal wound.
1 mortal wound. We're going to take it on the chin, or on the crisis stealth suit, and we'll throw it on that suit right there. I don't think that's my leader. So we're now going into the shooting phase. Who is going to shoot at what? Who do you want to show in their glorious shooting?
I'm going to think about this. These guys didn't move, and they'll probably unload on them. They'll probably unload on them. These guys are definitely unloading on them. And probably all the bikes are going to go into those fire warrior teams.
Okay.
Just haven't decided whether or not to concentrate on 1 or go with 2.
Okay.
Or divide them up.
All right. So who do you want to start with?
Let's go with these guys on him.
All right.
Them, just because they're the closest.
They're the closest. What you got?
I know they're -1 to hit, so they're hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s.
I'll start with the cannon. Let's see the biggest one. Heavy D3. 2 shots.
4s.
4s.
Nothing.
Never mind. All right. Plasma gun. Hit. Wound. -3.
Be -2 for the cover.
True.
So 5 up save, or do I want to be really rude and throw that on a drone? We'll let it go through. We do not save. That is a 1. So 1 damage, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. That 1 suit's going to die.
Okay. And then
That
the
one
plasma
suit is
pistol
dead.
from the sergeant.
All right.
Because I know that's within 12 inches.
That should be.
Hit.
That is a hit.
Not a wound.
Not a wound. We live to fight.
Salamanders get to reroll a single failed hit and failed wound.
That
do it
is
with
true.
the heavy cannon,
Hit
but I will
or
do
wound, isn't it? Or not both.
1 hit and 1 wound.
Ooh.
A single one for each unit. So I'll do that on the pistol for the wound.
No.
Still not. Okay. Well, at least I tried. All right. 7 bolt guns. They're all just bolt guns, so it's
That's
all
a
the
lot
same.
of dice.
4 up. Ouch. And single failed hit. Never mind. Still failed. So, but 6 hits though. So I might take another one out. Maybe.
4 ups.
3.
And these will be 2 ups.
Yeah. Maybe I'll still wound.
Saved. All the way across.
They're all good. Okay.
They're all good.
Bolt gun from the librarian. 1 hit. Oh, failed hit. Both hits, actually. 1 wound.
Alright.
Still just 1 wound.
2 up save. Save.
Okay.
All right, that finished those off. We'll be back in a minute after the end of the Salamander shooting phase. Okay, in the Salamander's shooting phase, they put a whole lot of shots into that unit of stealth suits. They killed one and wounded one. They put a whole lot of shots on the Fire Warrior team to this side over here and killed 6. And they killed 1 drone over here. And we will now be going into any declared charges, sir. Dun dun dun.
They're too far away. I don't even think I can charge right now.
Okay, so no declared charges.
No charges. Just got the
So
morale.
we have to go to morale phase. Can these guys make their morale? They are going to be able to use the Ethereal's leadership because
8, 9.
I don't know. 9. So I need to roll 3 or less, or 6 for bonding knife.
4 and 5 gets you hurt.
I rolled a 1. That will do it.
Good job.
All right. They are not going to break. They're going to stay and they are going to shoot lots of shots at those bikes.
Yeah, I can already tell that.
We will be back in a moment with TAU movement for turn 1. For TAU movement phase turn 1, the gun line has held its ground right here. The Pathfinders held their ground inside the building. This stealth suit team is going to stay put for the moment, mainly because they want to shoot at those guys right there, and they might as well keep that 2-up cover safe. Over here, the Fire Warriors that were in this building piled down to the bottom down there. They're getting ready to do some shooting. And the stealth suit team over here has jumped over to the other tower. They're going to go say hi to those Marines right there. I think that just about does it for our movement phase, and we'll be back in a moment with the shooting phase for TAU, turn 1. For the TAU shooting phase, we're going to start off with the Pathfinders. They always shoot first. We're going to be putting 4 marker lights into the first bike unit, 4 marker lights into the second bike unit, and just for giggles and grins, they're going to put 1 marker light into that unit hiding behind the wall. Or do we want to go, yeah, the one hiding behind the wall over there. So we're starting off with the 4 going into the front bike unit. Hitting on 4s. They did not move. We got 3 on that unit. The back bike unit got 1. And the guys over there behind the wall. Oh, and the railguns are going on the front bike unit. Did get a marker light. So, these guys right here are within, the front unit is within rapid fire range. So we have 4 shots, re-rolling 1s. And I think its cover bonus is gone and something else. I could make it worse and like do the uplink marker lights and make it a flat out 5 and give them +1 to shoot, but no. That is 3 hits. Strength 6. Yes, strength 6.
Okay.
Toughness 5. So 3 wound. 2 wounds at -4 for D3 each. Three and 1. So 1 dead, 1 wounded. Because I'm not going to command point that.
Okay, well, first I'll take off the 1, and then the second one doing 3 is also off.
Well, you could do that actually. Yeah, you could do that.
I'll do it this way. I'll go by whichever damage you say first is what I allocate.
Well, I should have rolled them one at a time, and then it would have been that allocated, and then the next one allocated. But I rolled them both at the same time, so you can choose.
I'll be more fair this way.
Okay.
I had hella wounds.
The burst cannon on the drone is going to fire. Closest available unit is that one right there. It will be on 5s.
Okay. 1.
1 hit, strength 5, so 4s. It will wound. Normal save.
Okay. Good.
He saved. So that is going to end the Pathfinders. And we will be back in a moment after the shooting phase for the Tau. Turn 1. Tau shooting phase. We took out 2 bikes from one squad and 1 bike from the other. And we cleared out a whole lot of Marines back here in the back corner. So that will finish Tau's turn 1. And we will now be moving into Salamanders Movement for turn 2. In Salamanders Movement phase for turn 2, the bikes have charged the gun line. The Inceptors jumped in behind the bikes right there. These guys kind of moved around a little bit, got back into coherency, and these guys kind of huddled this way. They got their friendly neighborhood Tau over here, and they want to say hi, just because, you know, they're being nice. And
Like a good neighbor.
like a good neighbor. And these guys have stayed where they're at. They're going to try and level some more pain into those stealth suits right there. We'll now be going into the Salamander's Psychic phase for turn 2. And what shall your psychic torture for this turn be?
So use Smite again, and I will try Null Zone.
What's Null Zone's range?
6 inches. No, never mind. I'm like an idiot. I didn't move him up far enough. So I'll do Surge again.
Psychic Surge. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
All right.
He's going to roll double 1s.
Smite, double 6s. Just... No, but it did make it this time.
Did make it this time. How many mortal wounds?
3.
Oh, we're going to start trying to throw these off on the drones. So it's now a 2-up roll to do that for the first mortal wound. It will do it. And I need a 5-up feel no pain. He will not. So 1 drone is dead. The second one, 2-up. He will get it. Oh, why can't I roll that for my feel no pain? He will make his feel no pain.
Third one.
And the third one on a 2-up. It goes through with a 4. And now I need a 5-up feel no pain. He does not get it. The drones have died, but the suits live for another day.
At least to my shooting phase.
Figures.
Psychic Surge.
Psychic Surge. No.
Command point.
Never works.
You're right. Never works.
Nope.
Okay.
Alright, that is into the psychic phase.
Alright, that is the end of the psychic phase. Shooting.
Shooting phase. Who's going to shoot first, sir? Where will your shooting begin?
Well, I already know all these guys are just going to dump into here. These 4 guys will probably dump into there too because, well, no, they might shoot over here. But let's go ahead and start with these guys into the big unit of fire warriors back there.
Unexpected. Let's see what happens.
And so
I figured they'd go after the stealth suits.
I have a specific plan. It may not actually work, but I'm going to try it anyway. 16, 18. Okay.
3 and 3.
3s and 3s. And I am within 6 inches of the commander, so rerolling 1s. Only 1 whole 1. Oh well, that's okay.
Only missed 2.
Yeah, so 16 hits. If I can roll proportionately to that, that fire war team's gonna hurt.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit more 1s and 2s than... Oh, rerolling 1 failed hit wound roll. Still 1. Okay, never mind. So that's still 3, 6, 9. 9 wounds. Let's see if I can get you down to 1. It's -1, by the way.
Yes, it will be 5-up saves. Alright. 5-up saves. We save 1, 2, 3, 7 are going to die.
Should have only been 6. It was only 9 wounds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, yeah, I rolled 1 too many.
Oh, well, that's okay. 6 died.
Oh, okay.
So now it's 4 and 4, so it's kind of like even, symmetrical and all that stuff. It satisfies my OCD.
Alright, we'll be back in a few minutes after the end of Salamander's shooting phase. Oh, man, a whole lot of shots went this way. They're down to 3 and 3 with the cadre and the ethereal left up the middle. We lost 1 stealth suit off that unit? Or 2?
This round was just 1 and 1 wounded.
We lost 1 in psychic and 1 in shooting?
It was all in psychic. You didn't lose anything in shooting. I couldn't get past the cover.
Okay, maybe you didn't. I thought I lost one in shooting. But anyway, one's wounded, 4 left. These guys took 1 wound over here. We are now going into charges, and I guess there's a whole lot of charges coming this way.
All right. So the lone sergeant is going to charge the 3 over there.
All right.
The sergeant and with 1 henchman is going to charge the other 3.
All right.
The 3 inceptors are going to charge the 3 on that side, on the ethereal side, and the commander is going to charge the cadre.
That's a lot of charges. All right, here we go. So, overwatching.
Let's start with the sergeant on the ethereal side, fire orders.
All right. Whole lot of shots. We're counting on some good shots here to hit that guy. Hitting on 6s. 2.
Oh, well, that could kill him if I screw up my save.
I need 4s to wound. 1 wound.
1 wound, so he'll survive enough to charge in, but... And he saved.
All right.
And... Wow, I think he still made his charge, though. I mean, I pretty much got right up on you.
Yeah, you're going to make that charge.
Right there.
The other group of 3. We got another 2.
I was actually going to roll for the commander on the cadre first. But...
Oh, okay. Well, no wounds. Okay. Commander on the cadre. Nothing.
Okay, because I need to make sure he gets over to the cadre without them making him take a wider circle. Alright, so I need what, like maybe 5 or 6? Yeah, definitely that got it.
Yeah. You should be able to zoom right around. That's okay. I don't mind.
Alright, and then my 2 biker squad.
Just don't roll snake eyes. 3.
Command point.
Okay. Ah,
That'll be
plenty. Okay, so all the charges are in.
these guys over here.
Okay.
Got to roll a 9, but I could still make it.
All right. Read the 9.
Ah. Nope.
Not gonna
They
make
didn't
it.
make it. They get to stand out wondering.
You just stand out there in the middle of the field saying, why are we standing here? All right, charges are made. We'll be back after the melee phase and see how many Tau are left standing. All right, in the melee phase, the commander, or the cadre, took 1 wound, and we lost 1 fire warrior out of this group to the left. So we're going into the morale phase. For the group on the left, they're going to make it. The group on the right, they need a
1, 2, or 6.
1, 2, or a 6. And they rolled a 1. They're going to make it. They're going to stay in for this turn. All right. That's all that's going to happen there. We'll be back in a moment for Tau movement, turn 2. All right. In the Tau shooting phase, we lost. They lost 2 bikers from over here. We put a lot of shots into those guys. Just did a wound. They lost 1 Marine from that unit, 1 Marine from that unit, and 3 Marines from that unit. I do not think I will be declaring any charges, though I probably should. So, we will be moving into Salamanders Movement for turn 3. So, the biker and the captain on bike have chased down the Tau that fell back. The assault inceptors have moved over towards the building. I think they noticed the pathfinders up in that building. Over here, these guys all went hiding behind the building there. And these guys have moved up to say hi to those Tau in that building. So we're going into the Psyker phase for Salamanders, turn 3.
And they don't have any kind of involved, do they?
Nope, not anymore.
Okay.
That was the drones. The drones are gone.
So, I guess it'll just be, once again, Smite and Psychic Surge.
Okay.
Smite, blow my brains out. Oh, well, it made it at least.
Alright.
1 mortal wound. And then Psychic Scourge. Oh, wait a minute. 2 dice.
2 dice.
Silly. Alright, that made it.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 mortal wounds.
Okay. And do you know who's going to start the shooting phase?
I think I'm gonna start off seeing if those assault bolters can take out your pathfinders. Because I think after your shooting phase last round, you're probably gonna want to use marker lights again.
Maybe.
Let me see if I can kind of thin them out at least.
Let's see what happens.
All right, so 18 on them. 3 up and then 4 up. 3 up and 3 up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not within 6 inches of the captain, so these all miss. Oh, that was a little bit more than I thought it would be. But, I've only got these 2 white ones, so I'll switch them out for reds. Keep them all the same. 11 hits. Ouch. 4 wounds at -1. So, regular save. That was horrible.
Let's be exceptionally annoying. First wound dropped off onto a drone. Second wound dropped off onto a drone. Third wound dropped off onto a drone. And 5 up.
4.
5 up.
It's 4 wounds. So they're all
Those
dropped.
3. That one, drones are dead. But
Oh.
that one, they take a wound in 1 dice.
Okay.
Recon drone has 2 wounds. The pulse accelerator drone has 1 wound.
Okay, I forgot to save your protocols with moral wounds. You don't have to feel no pain on them.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, and we will be back in a moment after the ending of Salamanders shooting for turn 2 or turn 3. Okay, so in White Scar shooting phase, we lost 3 fire warriors from over here, brave souls. We lost 1 from up underneath the building. As you saw, we lost the drones and the pathfinder, 1 pathfinder over here. We lost 2 off of that unit, and that unit saved everything. We're now going into charges.
Commander's charging the 2.
Mm-hmm.
Sergeant is charging the cadre.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I can really charge them. I mean, I know terrain won't matter, but I don't... No, I won't this time.
Okay.
I won't charge them this time, and they're not going to charge you. So, yeah, just those 2.
Just those 2 right there. All right, who do you want to do first?
Go with the sergeant on the cadre. That's kind of more important. If I can take out the cadre, it's more important than just taking out 2 more fire warriors.
1, 2, 3. I need dice because I am going to be declaring for the greater good for the unit up underneath the building.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Forgot about that, didn't you?
No, but I wasn't thinking about it, but I didn't completely forget about it.
Nine, and I'll have to roll the cadre in a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Where I feel like a little bitty fish on a big hook.
It's okay. As long as you kill him, it doesn't matter.
Is it getting cold?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna have to roll this in handfuls here. All right, first batch.
Hands are kind of cold, but I'm not kidding.
Hitting on 6s.
Not a lot of 6s, but more than I'd like.
5?
Yeah. That's enough.
Still got to roll the cadre though. Didn't have enough dice. I need force to wound. This one?
Yeah. You can reroll it.
2
wounds on
so
there.
far.
Oh yeah, the pulse weapon is all 5 strength.
Yeah.
Oh, he's dead.
He's dead. He died. I didn't have to roll for the cadre.
Alright, now the commander.
Now the commander on bike. He's charging the 2 poor lonely guys right there. All right, here we go. It's going to be 3 and 3. 2.
2 hits, alright.
But they need 5 wounds. Nothing. And you're 1 inch away, so we know you're gonna. We know you're gonna make this charge. Okay, he's in. He has died. Combat, sir.
5 attacks.
5 attacks on 2 lonely fire warriors.
Everything hit. 3 to wound.
Strength.
Strength is 5, so yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me. Oh, I can reroll the 1.
1. They need a 3-up save, or 4-up save, I mean. They do not get it. He gets a 6-up, feel no pain from the cut from the ethereal. Oh. He does not get it. 1 dies. They will get 2 attacks back, hitting on 5s. Nothing. That will end.
That commander was a letdown.
That commander was a letdown, but that fire warrior is champion. He has survived.
Gotta give him a lot of credit.
Gotta give him a lot of credit.
He's doing good this round.
He's doing good. Alright, so we are now done with White Scar's turn 3 and moving into movement phase for Tau for turn 2. Or turn 4. 3. I'll get it right in a minute, people.
Option to fucking have an
Okay, in the Tau shooting phase, the captain has taken 1 wound. We took out 2 of the Inceptors over there, and we took out 2 of those guys over there. And we did 1 wound to the librarian. We are now going to be charging the librarian with the stealth suits.
frag grenade.
Okay.
4. Alright, 2 hits. 1 wound.
Saved.
Yeah, but it worried him.
And they will definitely make it in. So, let's get a little sneaky here.
I definitely.
Go that way. Can go that way. Alright. Now, we are going to have 3 attacks and 2 attacks. I think. I don't fight with these guys all that often. I don't remember their combat stats.
I think it was 3 and 2.
Yes, hitting on 5s. Oh, there's 3. Wounding on 4s. Only 1 wound.
Good.
He will save.
3 attacks back with 4 sword. Hitting on 3, wounding on like.
Hitting on 4s.
No, hitting on 3 because I really want to hit on 3.
Hitting on 4s.
That's okay. 2 hits and use this for the reroll. Okay, so just still 2 hits. You can use a reroll. I'm not going to command point.
Okay, and that's going to end Tau's turn for turn 3, and we will now be moving to White Scar's movement for turn 4.
Yeah.
Alright, in Salamanders Movement phase, the Inceptor has moved around the side of the building here. The captain, he just kind of like, moseyed up a little bit. He's got the bike in neutral right there. And over here, this guy came around the corner. They want to say hi over here, I guess. And the librarian fell back out of combat. And the other guys turned around to say hi to the stealth suits that are sitting there. So we will now be going into the shooting phase. And who will you be shooting with first, sir?
Let's see.
Or Psyker phase, excuse me.
Yeah, Psyker phase. Smite and Scourge.
Smite and Scourge. Blows brains out.
Smite! Made it. 2 mortal wounds.
Alright, so that one's dead. And that one is wounded.
Psychic Scourge. Did not make it. I'm not going to command point.
Alright.
Actually, I might as well. I still got 4 left.
Alright.
That would be 6, so that would make it.
Alright.
Alright, leadership rules. I got a 12.
Didn't make it.
Oh, I didn't make it. Yeah, okay.
I think that's 8 and 6.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, never mind on that then. Oh, that's supposed to be there. Alright then, that's psychic. I'll go to shooting.
Who will be shooting first?
Let's see what I can take out from the assault bolters.
Alright.
And then we'll go over here.
Okay.
Alright. 6 assault bolters into your pathfinders. 5 hits. Oh, unit reroll. Nah, still not a hit. So 5 hits, 3 to wound. Alright, and reroll the wound. 4 wounds at -1. So just negates the cover.
Yep. 5 ups.
Oh,
2.
Nice.
Might as well spend the command point. 1.
That was just bad. Okay, so.
And we will be back in a moment after the end of Salamander's shooting phase, turn 4. In White Scar's shooting phase, or White Scar Salamander's shooting phase for turn 4, we lost 1 Pathfinder out of this building right here. We lost 2 Fire Warriors and the drone from up in here. We lost 1 stealth suit from over here. And we lost both of the stealth suits from over here. Kind of expected that. So, declared charges are?
Commander's charging the Fire Warrior, and the Inceptor's charging the Pathfinder. Go ahead and go with the Commander first. Get him out of the way, since that's going to be a whole lot of dice for you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 for the cadre. They're all declaring for the greater good. 8, and then the guy himself. Cannot fit all these dice in my hand at one time, so we'll have to roll this in like 2 handfuls. So, here we go. Round 1. Fight. 1. Round 2. Hey, come back here. Huh?
So 4 total? 5?
Looks like it. And I will need 5s to wound. 2.
Okay. 3 to save. Good.
All right. And he will most definitely make his charge. He is only an inch away.
Yeah, he did a couple circles around him.
Did a couple circles around him. All right. So we now have the Pathfinders firing on them. 1, 2,
It was 5 and then 2 the 2
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go. I'm throwing dice at him. Only 1. Need a 4. Do not get it. 4 shots off the railguns. Oh! We're going to have to command point. Nope. So, that is bad. He will probably most definitely make his charge in.
5. So yeah, that'll get him out right up on the edge.
That'll get you right about there. So you don't have to worry about. All right. And we're not even going to worry about that. It's only an inch. All right.
So, I'll do the Commander first. 5 attacks on that poor unfortunate soul. Wow. Okay, well. Need to reroll ones, thankfully. Okay, so 4 hits. Strength is 5, so 3. Alright, and then the 1 reroll for being a salamander. 3 hits.
He is dead.
Man, only barely.
Only barely.
Oh, there's 2 6s. Okay.
All right, what do we got over here?
Alright, so 3 attacks from the Inceptor. Roll 1 of them. So 2 hits. Salamander reroll. Just 1 wound. No mod.
No save. 1 died.
Take
So
out the
that's
railgun. Take out the railgun.
no.
Just a suggestion. Take out the railgun.
4.
Suggestion, do this. It's great.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah, it'll be
4.
great. It's a good thing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wait a minute, that's the wrong guy. He stays. Take that
No,
one.
no, that'll be alright. He can go away.
Nope, 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 nope. It's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Two. Nothing. All right, that is going to end Salamanders, turn 4. And we will now be moving into Tau, turn 5, or turn 4. Okay, in the Tau movement phase, these guys stayed locked in combat because basically, if I fall back, he's going to slaughter me. And over here, these guys are getting ready to pour a whole lots of shots into that Captain on Bike. And the stealth suits held their ground right there. We're now going into Tau shooting phase, and basically, those stealth suits are about to put 4 of them are going into the unit at the bottom, and the one on the top is going into the unit across from them. You moved them out.
Okay.
2, 3, and 4. Yeah. The problem with big dice. Alright, here we go. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 3s. One, 2, 3, 5 at -1. Two. And then 4 shots into the other guys. 2 hits. 1 wound. All right, and we'll be back in a minute after the end of Tau shooting phase for turn 4. Okay, in the shooting phase, the captain is now down to 3 wounds. And we wiped out most of that unit back there. And that's going to be it for the shooting phase. Now, going into the melee phase, we do a little bit different here. We got our guys fighting inside this building here. Excuse me. 2. Excuse me. Dang. Sneeze attack. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, 5s to hit. Ah. One. 5s to wound. It will wound.
Good.
All right, he gets to attack back.
1. Wow. No, Salamander. Reroll. 2 hits. No wounds.
All right, that is going to end Tau turn 4, and we will.
Let's you roll 1, 2.
Oh, again reroll a wound. Oh, 1 wound.
All right. Ah! I'm throwing dice all over the place today. He will not save, so we lose one Pathfinder.
At this rate, that Inceptor's got his work cut out for him.
Yeah. Alright, that ends turn 4. We're now moving into Salamanders turn 5. Okay, in Salamanders movement phase for turn 5, the captain on bike has moved around the corner here. The last sergeant over here has jumped up on top of the building there, and these guys and the librarian have moved across the battlefield. And the Inceptor has stayed in combat over here. He decided not to fall back. Figures he's got a better chance of killing those guys in melee than trying to shoot at them. So we will now be going into Salamander shooting phase for turn 5. For Salamander's psychic phase, they will be doing
Smite and Psychic Scourge again.
Alright.
Smite. Missed again. Command point. Got 2 left.
Still missed.
So, yeah, I just missed very bad. Okay, so Psychic Scourge. Let's see if that does any better. No, I rolled. Okay, so Psychic phase is over. We'll go to shooting.
What did you roll the first 2 dice?
It was a 2 and a 2, and then it was 2 and 1 with the reroll.
Okay.
So.
Okay, so now we're going to the shooting phase.
Alright, shooting phase. This sergeant with the plasma pistol. It is a hit with a 4. And a wound. -3.
It is not a save.
Alright.
Yeah, we'll take a wound.
Okay.
Alright. What you got next?
Now, 6 bolt guns all into them. 4, 8, 11.
Yeah, that one's fine.
Alright. Get to reroll one. It's a hit. So 10 hits. I need that for damage. Reroll one of them. Alright. So. Oh, 4 was good. Alright, so 8 wounds. Too bad no mod. So.
Could still do.
See if you roll a few ones.
One. So 1 is going to die.
Alright, so the wounded one's dead.
Yep. And we will come back in a moment after the rest of Salamander's shooting phase. Okay, in the Salamander's shooting phase for turn 5, they have managed to kill 1 stealth suit. And the captain over here shot everything he had into the fire warriors under the building, and he failed. Any charges?
Commander into the fire warriors.
Commander into the fire warriors. And of course, for the greater good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I got that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 for the ethereal. Let's see if we can kill this guy. Alright, we're going to roll this in. Alright. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Full out 6.
They were kind of mad.
I can understand it.
Alright, and now they need 5 to wound. They are going to get 2.
Got one.
Got one goes through. So he is now down to 2 wounds. Does he make his charge? Probably.
Oh,
yeah, he's in. We'll pick him up and put him in here. He has 2 wounds left. All right. Sir, your combat.
Alright. Everything hit.
All right.
Can we roll that one? 4 wounds.
3 are 4 ups. And 6 ups. 1 dies.
Good save.
All right, and your combat over here, sir.
Alright, 3 attacks there. Only 1 hit. No wound.
All right.
Scepter is terrible this round.
So we have attacks back with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2. Hitting on 5s. Got 2. Wounding on. He's toughness 6, right? So wounding on 6s. Nothing. Up in here, we've got left 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2. Fire, they're a little mad. 1 wound.
No, he's wounded.
Alright, he is wounded. So, that is going to end your turn 5.
Yep.
And we will go to Tau movement for turn 5 here in a moment. Alright, for Tau movement phase, the Fire Warriors are just going to stay there and keep him locked up. Try to do that last, or the Pathfinders, try and do that last wound in melee. Do the unthinkable and beat a Marine in melee. Over here, the Fire Warriors have stayed locked up with him because they have pulse pistols and they're going to use them. And they might as well sit there and cover and just shoot at those guys right in front of them. See what they can pull off over there. So, we are going to start this little shenanigans with 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So that's going to be 12 shots. 2, 3, 5, 6. 12 shots with pulse pistols into your Captain on Bite. And wounding on 5s. Well, 1, 2, 3. 3 wounds, sir.
Okay.
Got 2 left. Oh, there's 2 fails. Got 1 command point left.
I'm good.
He's good. He's got 1.
I got 1 left.
1 left. All right. So, let's just go ahead and do this. 1, 2, 3, and I'm throwing dice again. 4. Those 4 stealth suits are going to put everything they've got into those Marines. No, let's see. Let's break this up a little bit. We're going to put 3 of them into the large unit and 1 of them into the guy standing behind them. So, here we go. Hitting on 3s. Or hitting on 4s, I mean. Hitting on 3s. I'm not Space Marines. Wounding on 3s. 4 wounds, sir.
Okay. 2.
2 die. Alright. And then the 4 into the sergeant. Only 1 hits. It will wound at -1.
Cover. Good.
He's good. Alright, he lived. I do believe that is going to finish my shooting phase for Tau. Charges are going to be the cadre and the ethereal into the captain.
You're going to look at him menacing while he's tied up with the firewood.
4 will definitely get the cadre in. And the ethereal will definitely make it in.
Finally, the coward attacks.
Finally, the coward attacks, he says. All right. Yeah, I think that's going to do it. We'll be back. Well, let's go ahead. Charges. Let me see what the... Let's put the ethereal into combat first. Let's see what he can do.
All right.
3 attacks. Hitting on 3s. All 3 hit. Alright, the honor blade is strength +2, so 3. Now he's at strength 5. So he will be wounding on 4s, or no, wounding on 5s.
Still 5.
Nothing. He lets out a mighty whiff. Cadre hitting on 3s. 1. Does not wound. And we go into the combat phase. We will start 1. With the Fire Warriors. Hitting on 5s, wounding on 6s. Nothing. They whiffed it. And then over here, four and 2. One. Will not wound. So, that was a big disappointment in the melee phase. Your retaliation, sir.
We go ahead and start with the Inceptor.
All right.
3 on to the Pathfinders. 1 hit. It is a wound.
They do not save. 1 more dies. For the greater good.
Alright. Commander.
Who will he shoot? Who will he
5
attack?
attacks, all in the ethereal.
All on the ethereal.
No. Let me go with Cadre. I'm going to try to finish
He was
him
down to
off.
1 wound, right?
Yeah, he's down to 1 wound. How many does the ethereal have?
I don't know.
4 or 5?
4.
4. And Cadre
They
has
both
left?
have 4.
Okay. How many
At the
does
moment.
Cadre have left?
Cadre has 5. He's taken 1 wound. So they both have 4.
I'll go with the ethereal. All 5 on the ethereal. Oh, reroll 1s. It's still a 1. Okay. Well, 4 hit. Maybe I can still kill him. Strength 5, so 3s. Wow. Okay. Well, 2 wounds, I guess.
He has a 5-up save. Takes 1.
Okay, so.
That will end turn 5.
Oh, and Salamander turn 5.
Well, and Tau
Still
turn
Tau
5.
first. Yeah, then Tau turn 5.
No, I just finished Tau turn 5.
Oh, yeah, that is. Never mind.
Shot at those. These guys shot with their pistols. They went into melee, and that's it.
Okay. Call it or roll to see round 6?
Well, that is entirely up to my opponent. What is it? 4 up?
4 up.
There will not be a round 6. That is a 2. So, this was a beatdown.
Not a decisive victory as far as
Ooh.
one side or the other being gone.
No, we'll have to see. We'll add up our points totals for our armies and see where we stand and see who might have pulled this off. But I kind of think he's going to win. Because I don't think I knocked out very many whole units. I don't think I knocked out any whole units except for the bikes.
Still got the sergeant here.
Yeah,
Still got 4 of these guys.
just the 2 bike squads. Yeah, you got this one. I can tell. You killed 2 fire warrior squads and a stealth suit team, and I think that's going to give you the win. Although, we'll have to add up the points and see. So we'll be back in a minute to decide who the winner is. So, after figuring up all the points, it comes out to the Salamanders killed 23 points of Tau, and we killed 10 points of Salamanders. Just that guy over there not wanting to die, and that guy right there not wanting to die. And that captain, he was stubborn. He didn't want to die either. We'd have killed some of those, knocked them out. We might have pulled this off. But it is a Salamander victory. So, I hope everybody likes this battle report. And we'll be doing another one hopefully later in the week. Maybe a larger battle with the same sets. Don't know.
Yeah, same or change it up again.
Yeah. And see what happens. Bring in some of the big guns.